Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday evening. Before we get started, I need you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your post notifications are turned on. Make sure you're sharing on the social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday. Peace and blessings to everybody. Continue to like, share, comment, subscribe. I definitely appreciate y'all. As always, as I always say, without you guys, there is no me. To my football fans, are y'all ready for football season? Tomorrow, we start with our opening of the Baltimore Ravens against the Kansas City Chiefs, a rematch of earlier this year's AFC Championship game based on the 2023 season. I got the Baltimore Ravens winning that opener, and I know that there's a game on Friday. I know the Green Bay Packers are playing, but I'm not sure if they're playing the Jets. I think that could be wrong, but let me know who the Packers play on Friday. But I know that they're playing in Brazil, so that'll be an interesting game. So first time I'm seeing a Friday game of football. But anyway, getting back to the video, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot has been made for the past week, probably 2 weeks, about Cheryl Swoopes and a lot of the comments that she's made about Caitlin Clark and how she's gotten some pushback from guys like Stephen A. Smith and from Nancy Lieberman. And it got to the point that Cheryl Swoopes got removed from Wnba broadcasting for her hateful comments that she has made towards Caitlin Clark. Now, here's what I think. I think Caitlin Clark is special. I think Caitlin Clark has made such an impact. She has such a personality that has increased viewership in the WNBA. This is something that the WNBA has never really had. And a lot of the WNBA players who were complaining about like equal pay as much as the men's basketball in the NBA, we should be getting paid just about as much as they do. Caitlin Clark has brought an excitement with her style of play that has gotten people to notice her and watch. Now, Cheryl Swoopes, I know a lot of people have said she's bitter, she's angry, she has a big ego, and she is throwing nothing but shade and hate towards Caitlin Clark because she can't stand the fact that she broke one of her NCAA records and the fact that Caitlin is getting all of this attention. I think where Cheryl Swoopes' anger and her bias and her ego pettiness is coming from is the fact that a lot of the pioneers of the WNBA when it first opened didn't get this much attention that Caitlin Clark is getting, and Caitlin Clark is a rookie. I think that's where Cheryl Swoopes' hate is coming from, is the fact that you have a lot of great WNBA players that paved the way for the stars of today, and she's getting all this attention and she hasn't even finished her rookie season. Well, let me put it to you this way, Cheryl Swoopes. You're upset because you didn't get the attention that Caitlin Clark is getting right now. And you're getting that attention by latching on to her by doing the opposite of what people have been doing to Caitlin this season. And that's giving her the praise and the recognition that she deserves for the impact and how she has helped her team become better. And let's face it, Caitlin Clark struggled to start the year. She struggled. But for this season, she's averaging 18.7 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, 8.4 assists. And she is shooting, I think it's 42.4% from the field, 34% from three, and 89 from the line. So 42, 34, 89 splits is her season average. Not bad. And remember, she's just a rookie. And her scoring has actually increased as the season has gone on. And she's making the players around her better. That's impact. She's giving the WNBA attention. That's impact. Her marketability, that's impact. A lot of little girls that I've heard in videos have talked about how nice of a person she is and how she's such a role model. And she's doing nothing but helping the WNBA grow. This is a player that the WNBA has needed. With the fact that nobody really watches WNBA games. And look, A'ja Wilson has been the best player the last 2 seasons, but Caitlin Clark's presence and her impact is what's making people notice A'ja Wilson now. And A'ja Wilson has been balling, but Caitlin Clark's marketability and is the reason that A'ja Wilson is getting that attention. Now, I think A'ja Wilson is the MVP, but it's clear that Caitlin Clark is the Rookie of the Year. And Angel Reese, she's going to be a fine player in the WNBA. My problem with her, though, she's very attention-seeking and for the wrong reasons. And she was jealous because of the fact that Caitlin Clark is getting this attention. And she's like, well, she's not the only one that's helped the WNBA grow. It's players like myself, too. And it's like, okay, if you take away Caitlin Clark, there's no way that you would be getting attention right now. There's no way. Even if you were the way you were at LSU, this is the WNBA. You're not getting that same kind of attention. It's just not going to happen. That's how special Caitlin Clark has been. Angel Reese is going to be, she can be a great player one day. She can be. But she needs to stop trying to get attention for the wrong reasons. She's being negative in terms of her attention. And that jealousy and envy of Caitlin Clark, I mean, think about it. The Chicago Sky are 11 games under 500. They're 11-22. The Indiana Fever, they've won 4 in a row, and they clinched a playoff spot. Who's having the more impact? So yeah, Angel Reese may be averaging 13 points and 13 rebounds, but she's one of the worst finishers at the rim. And considering that your game is predicated down low, you should be finishing around the rim at least around a 60% clip because you're in the paint. So you're not really shooting jump shots from the perimeter like that. You're close to the basket. And that's what's really disappointing. And the thing is also, I feel like Angel has kind of padded her rebounding. She's a good rebounder. She has a knack for the ball, but some of those stats are padded. And her coach leaves her in the game too. So that's another reason that Angel gets to put those rebounds too, even when the Sky are losing. And that's not to throw shade, but it's from what's been told and from what's been seen in the video. But yes, Caitlin Clark is the Rookie of the Year. And getting back to Cheryl Swoopes, Cheryl was a great player. Cheryl Swoopes is a Hall of Famer. But she's angry that she has to get attention in a negative way because people like her and Angel Reese, they're riding on Caitlin Clark's coattails. You see how physical a lot of the WNBA players have gotten on Caitlin Clark. I mean, take a look at this. Stephen A. called her out on her nonsense of hating on Caitlin Clark, and Cheryl Swoopes called Stephen A. coward. And you know, Screaming A. Snitch, who loves to play both sides out of his mouth, I don't like to be listening to him with his outlandish takes at times because he loves to play the race card, but this is a race issue. If Caitlin Clark was black, ain't no way that this would be a discussion right now. We'd be talking about her in the same level as a Magic Johnson and a Larry Bird as a player who saved the game, right? Or she'd be like Mike, and we're talking about Michael Jordan. Like, she would get that kind of attention because of her presence, her personality, her marketability has been impactful. I've seen so many YouTube comments on a lot of these Caitlin Clark, Cheryl Swoopes videos where people said, I have never watched women basketball in my life until I saw Caitlin Clark play, and now I'm watching her in the Indiana Fever. You don't got to tell me twice. I got pictures from when I went to Liberty games back in 2010 as a 23-year-old. I grew up watching Teresa Weatherspoon, Sue Wicks, Vicki Johnson, Crystal Robinson, Becky Hammond, Tari Phillips, Tamika Whitmore. And you telling me how I know that? Because I used to watch the WNBA. Who's the first dynasty in WNBA history? The Houston Comets. They won the first 4 WNBA championships. And who was the star of that team? Cynthia Cooper. But then Cheryl Swoopes had a great season in 2000, and I think that was the best year that she shot from the field. I think she shot just under 51% that year. She averaged 20, and I think that was her best overall season because I think she shot 50 from the field. I think she shot 37 from three. And I think she was around 82 or 83% from the free throw line in 2000. She averaged just under 21 points, and she made the All-Star team that year. So yeah, Cheryl Swoopes had a great career. But the bottom line is I got to address all these points because Angel Reese is not getting the viewership that Caitlin Clark is garnering now that she's in the WNBA. Look at how many people saw the WNBA draft. Look at how many televised games the Indiana Fever has had and the viewership that it's getting. Could you imagine if Caitlin Clark was on the USA Olympic team? Could you imagine how much more viewership they would have gotten from internationally? People globally, internationally, around the world will be starting to tune in. And the thing is, I'm seeing people from other countries, they're tuning in to watch her play. They are. I'm sorry, mind you, those are the dogs. Those are the dogs. But like I said before, I feel like Cheryl Swoopes is doing this as a strategy. There could be some real dark bitterness that Caitlin Clark is breaking all these records. She's getting all this attention as a rookie that women like Lisa Leslie and Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoopes, they didn't get that kind of attention that she's getting. And the crazy part is Cynthia Cooper was actually at one of the Fever games, and she actually took a picture with Caitlin Clark. And it was just basically kind of like a passing of the torch moment. But you see all these other women like Carolyn Pegg and Monica McNutt. Oh yeah, I think Angel Reese is the Rookie of the Year. And I'm just like, maybe at the time when Caitlin Clark was struggling, but she's elevated her game, and Angel Reese has not really elevated her game. Yeah, she's averaged a double-double. I mean, look at the records that Caitlin Clark is breaking with the most points in a season by a rookie, the most assists in a season by a rookie. That was set by Teacher Pinchero. And where did she play? She played for the Sacramento Monarchs. So yeah, Cheryl Swoopes, it's a shame that she got removed from TV. I mean, heck, even Nancy Lieberman called Cheryl Swoopes because Cheryl Swoopes was lying on Caitlin Clark, talking about she was 25 years old. She played an extra year at college. She averaged 40 shots a game when none of those things were true. And then on top of that, on, what was it? I think it was the On the Crown podcast. No, I don't know. I forgot the name of it with Jordan. She was just talking about how she's a fan of Lexi Ball, and she was talking about some of the other players and intentionally left Caitlin Clark's name out. She intentionally left it out. And Nancy Lieberman basically said that you don't have to like the player, like it, you can have your own opinions, but it's like, just get your facts right. And what did Cheryl do? Cheryl pretty much put our friendship on hold because of what Nancy said after she called her. And Nancy said, I wish that Cheryl Swoopes was a part of my life, but is Cheryl Swoopes not talking to me gonna stop me from living my life? No. And it's just like, that's just real petty. Like Cheryl Swoopes, like you're in your 50s, you're 53 years old and you're acting like a child. Like, it's ridiculous. The thing is, if Caitlin Clark continues to bring this attention, you're going to see more past players get brought up and really respect the WNBA. I mean, Nancy Lieberman was part of Title IX, for God's sakes. But Cheryl Swoopes, get the hate out of your heart. But I know where it's coming from. Her hate is really stemming from the fact that Caitlin's getting attention that she and other WNBA greats did not get. I know. But like I said, I could go on and on talking about some of the other WNBA players I used to watch. Nikki McCray, Shamika Holtzclaw, Yolanda Griffith, Ruthie Bolton Holyfield, Debbie Black, Nikisha Sales, Natalie Williams, Margot Dudek, Janeth Arcane. I tell you, Delisha Milton-Jones, Mawadi Mabika, Tamika Dixon, Nikki Teasley. I'm telling you, I'm going in my bag. Brianna Stewart, Lauren Jackson, Sue Bird. I'm telling you, man. Teresa Witherspoon. I could go on and on. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy with another one. Let me know what you guys think about the Caitlin Clark emergence in the WNBA and the attention that it's getting. What do you think about it? How do you feel about Sheryl Swoopes and the comments that she's made in the last 2+ weeks about how Caitlin Clark is, okay, and how she should have broke an NCAA record a lot sooner, and that feels that Angel Reese is the Rookie of the Year, and not even mentioning Caitlin for the success of the Indiana Fever. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Bless up. I know this was a longer video, but I needed to address all those points after all of the hoopla has gone on already about this. But anyway, bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.